Greetings. Welcome back to the Man Cave for another episode of Man Cave Meals, Questions and Answers. Today we've got three questions that all deal with Kamado grills, so I'm going to try to answer each of these as best I can. Our first question comes from Brant Diller out of Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Brant says, I'm looking to build a really nice Kamado table for my Acorn or for my future Big Joe or Kamado Joe or Big Green Egg at a reasonable cost. I need room for a bit of prepping and a bit of room to rest the grills. What type of wood is best for this? Cedar, tiger wood, or teak? Also, should the tabletops be made from wood, stainless steel, granite, or tile? I would really like to borrow your personal thoughts, or I would really like to know your personal thoughts and preferences on this. Brant, it's funny you should ask this because probably within the next few days I'm going to start building a table for my Big Joe. I do not know what type of wood is, let's say, best. There's a lot of fancy woods out there you can use. My plan is to keep the cost down on my table and materials, and I'm going to be using pressure treated lumber. It's inexpensive, it's easy to work with, and it should go together fairly easily. If I was willing to spend the money, cedar is definitely a good option. Teak, like you said, is really nice. Each of these woods, the materials cost on those are all really high for me. I'm not sure what you can get where you are in Canada, but those are some expensive building materials here. As far as the tabletop's concerned, that is a decision that needs to be made based on what you intend to do with the table. If you want your tabletop itself to be a prep surface, you can't beat stainless steel. It's easy to clean, it's easy to keep clean, it's easy to sanitize. Tile would be nice. Each of those options is going to make a nice, easy prep surface. And once again, one that's easy to clean. I don't intend to use my tabletop itself as a prep surface. I'll be using cutting boards on mine rather than going to those measures. But any of those are going to work. They're going to be nice, and I look forward to seeing what you do. I've seen a lot of nice table builds with granite tops. I don't think I can recall seeing any where they've done stainless steel, but I've seen a lot of granite and tile tops that were just beautiful, really nice tables. So yeah, go with whatever your budget will allow you to do there. That's going to be nice. Looking forward to seeing that. Our next question comes from Joe Alessandro in Monroe, New York. It says, I just picked up my new Big Joe on Saturday. First of all, congratulations on that. You're going to love that grill. I was wondering if there is a need to do any break-in fires before I start to use it. I had a ceramic chimney that I had to break in and was wondering if these were similar. The ceramic grill doesn't really need any kind of burn-in or break-in cook. The only thing I would recommend is cleaning the stainless steel grill grate before you cook on it. You can clean it with soap and water and just dry it off and put it back in the grill. These burn-ins, I'm not sure why your ceramic chimney needed a burn-in, but these grills don't have the burn-in process, as far as I know, on grilling equipment, is to help prevent rust. And you typically spray the inside down with an oil or something and then burn it for a little while to season those surfaces that might rust, to eliminate that as being a possibility. I can't think of anything you would need to do that for on a ceramic Kamado. I just don't think there's a need for it. I may be wrong, but like I said, I've not heard of any instances where that's that's a necessity, so no, I don't think you need to do that. Our third question today comes from Eric Pistilli in Rofo, Pennsylvania. Eric says, if you have a Kamado style grill, would you still recommend getting a Weber kettle? Yeah, I would actually. To answer this question, I would really need to know what your grilling needs are. Do you need the extra space? Do you need the extra grill? I've got a Weber Performer that I absolutely love cooking on. It's a great grill. It's more portable than my Kamado. I can move it. The standard Weber kettles that are just on the 3-leg bases are easy to throw in the back of a car or a truck and take somewhere with you. They're lightweight. They cook really well. There's no real negative I can see. I cook on my Kamados more, but if you need an extra grilling surface, you can't beat the kettle. And I don't know if you've seen some of my past videos in my Backyard Barbecue Basics series and other videos, but the kettle's capable of doing just about everything the Kamado can. It's, with the exception of the really high heat cooks, it just takes a little more time and patience and attention to the grill. You have to babysit it, but it works very well. If you need the extra grilling space, then go for it. The Weber kettle's an excellent grill to have on hand. I can't speak highly enough about it. It's a great grill, so give that a shot. If you want an extra grill, get a kettle. You're not going to be out of a lot of money. They're inexpensive. The Weber Performer, or the Weber silver model kettle, I think sells for $89 or $99. It's pretty cheap. The gold model's about $150, which has the automatic the ash pan for easy ash removal, and it's about $150. And the Performer comes in 2 different models, I believe, and the Performer's the exact same grill as the other 2. Well, it's the same as the gold grill. It's got the ash removal system, and it's on a rolling cart, which gives you some prep space. It's got the little table, and the 2 different models of the Performer, one of them has gas-assisted charcoal lighting, which is like the one I have. It's kind of nice. You can set a chimney of charcoal on the charcoal grate, turn that on and light it up. You don't have to mess with starter cubes or anything like that. And the new model of the Performer has a timer and cook clock built in, which is kind of nice. So yeah, have a look at those. I think you'll be happy with them. So with those, I'm going to wrap up today's questions and answers. I got a couple of questions I wanted to tackle this week on London broil, and one of my friends here in town that I went to school with asked a particularly good question about London broil. And before I answer that, I may take that question next week, but I'm not very experienced at cooking London broil. It's not one of my favorite cuts of meat. It's one of my least favorite cuts of meat, actually, but it's not bad. I need to do a little research and a little reading about proper technique for cooking those, so I'll probably come back next week and add those to the questions list. So that'll wrap it up for today. Until next time, Man Cave Meals.